But what we got to do, though, if I could just keep it 100 with you, what we absolutely must do is not preemptively throw in the towel. We cannot preemptively throw in the towel and cede power to this authoritarian regime for fear of danger or want or opportunity. Already we are seeing too many voices roll over and play fetch for MAGA. People who have throughout these last few years made it seem like they were standing against fascism, against authoritarianism. Only now in the aftermath of MAGA winning, they're surrendering. And they are obeying in advance, as Timothy Snyder advised us not to do in his book on tyranny, 20 Lessons for the 20th Century.
Lesson 1, do not obey in advance. Most of the power of authoritarianism is freely given. In times like these, individuals think ahead about what a more repressive government will want, and then offer themselves without being asked. A citizen who adapts in this way is teaching power what it can do. I'm Tim Snyder. That's Lesson 1 of On Tyranny. I think it's relevant today.
But we have people who are absolutely giving themselves away to be in proximity with power. We have people who are taking their media platforms, the Young Turks, who I used to work with, and surrendering it over to the will of MAGA.
Of, lying, deception, all sorts of things. And so maybe that's part of it. But honestly, I didn't really notice this as an issue in America until Donald Trump was running for president. And then after he got elected as president. And I am 1,000,000% guilty of honestly allowing him to kind of break my brain for a little bit. Because I saw him as such a significant threat.
Morning Joe, who I used to watch, surrendering it over to the will and the whims of Donald Trump.
For nearly 80 million Americans, election denialism, public trials, and January 6th were not as important as the issues that moved them to send Donald Trump back to the White House with their vote. Joe and I realized it's time to do something different. And that starts with not only talking about Donald Trump, but also talking with him.
And if we continue to see people give up and surrender preemptively, then the night will last a lot longer than we think. And it may not be in our lifetimes that we recover from this usurpation of truth, this overthrow of objective reality, this denial of scientific fact, this embrace of bigotry and hatred. Because so many people are surrendering. No, what needs to happen? God help me in the name of Jesus. Order every step, order every word. Guide me, O thy great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land. What absolutely must happen is that now more than ever, people who are fearless need to rise up and stand against the wiles of the devil, stand against Christian nationalism, stand against bigotry, stand against dominionism, stand against these ideologies of cruelty. Stand against these ideologies that would divide and conquer us and have minorities fighting minorities, black folks fighting Latinos, Latinos fighting black folks, women fighting black women, fighting white women, all of us fighting each other. They have divided and conquered us for so long. And if we don't have people who will rise to the occasion right now, then the night will last a whole lot longer. I know, without a shadow of a doubt, weeping may endure for the night, but joy is going to come in the morning. But the length of the night depends on how many of us capitulate and simply give in to the forces that we're dealing with right now.